What is up for the Shoe Nation? Welcome back to another podcast. In this podcast, we are going to be talking about a topic that most Colts fans have been dreading, and this is, will Carson Wentz leave Philly and come to Indy? Now, Carson Wentz, Indy has been the number one destination for Carson Wentz after he was benched for Jalen Hurts. Now, Eagles are making it look pretty clear that Jalen Hurts is the quarterback for the future, and they are in no way looking to give Carson Wentz a second chance. Carson Wentz went to media and personally said that he is not looking to play for a team as a backup, which means he's probably hinting he will not play for the Philadelphia Eagles if Jalen Hurts is named the starter. This is very unlikely due to the fact that they brought Jalen Hurts into thinking that this is the quarterback for the future. So I don't really see the Eagles making adjustments in the quarterback position just to satisfy Carson Wentz. And I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't mind Carson Wentz coming to Indy. Of course, there's the situation with his money, but I wouldn't mind Carson Wentz coming to Indy at all. I think we just signed him for around 10 million, and I think we should be good to go because Carson Wentz will be reuniting with his tight end Trey Burton if re-signed next season, and he will be reuniting with with the head coach, with our head coach Frank Reich, who was an offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles when they made that Super Bowl run. So Carson Wentz will be reuniting with them. And I noticed that a lot of Colts fans are not a big fan of this. I don't know why. I understand he has a lot of turnovers, but this is exactly the same situation that Philip Rivers underwent last season. He was a turnover machine. No one believed in him, and then the Colts signed him, and then he's turning his career around, and we could potentially make a Super Bowl run this season. So I could see Carson Wentz potentially doing the same thing behind the Indianapolis Colts roster. If we I do not blame Carson Wentz for the performance he's been putting up. Sure, he has the most interceptions this season for a quarterback, but Howie Roseman, the Eagles GM, has done nothing to put help around the Carson Wentz. He was drafted second overall in the 2016 draft, I believe, and they did nothing to support him. They thought Carson Wentz had all the pieces he needed, and they did at some point, which is why they went 11-2. And just after, he did not perform well because the offensive line is apart, and they signed the worst, most below average or most average receivers. Like they drafted Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson. I think those kind of draft picks are absolutely unacceptable. Howie Roseman might be the worst GM in the league this season. And putting him into a system like Indianapolis, where we have Chris Ballard, the greatest draft genius and greatest GM in the NFL right now. If you put him in the system if we put Carson Wentz in a system like that, there's no doubt in my mind that Carson Wentz can turn his career around and make a resurgence and make have another MVP season. I think Colts fans really need to give Carson Wentz another chance. I think it's absolutely unfair to to put the blame on Carson Wentz for the Philadelphia Eagles' performance. As mentioned before, he does have a lot of turnovers, but I believe that there's just no protection for Carson Wentz or no receivers he can throw to. And people may make the argument that Jalen Hurts has been working for the Eagles so far. How come he's performing? But that's because Jalen Hurts is known for his mobility. He is known for escaping the pocket. Carson Wentz was not known for his mobility. On the bright side, he is mobile. He can escape the pocket when he wants to, but he's mainly a pocket passer. You can't force someone to be mobile when you're known as a pocket passer. And I think that's why people put so much blame on Carson Wentz, because he doesn't want to run. He wants to look for targets downfield. Jalen Hurts is more comfortable escaping the pocket and looking for receivers. Carson Wentz is more comfortable staying in the pocket looking for receivers. And with our with our O line, our top, one of the best O lines in the league right now, maybe the best. Carson Wentz will be getting plenty of sufficient time in the pocket to make downfield throws into our receivers, Michael Pittman Jr., T.Y. Hilton, Zach Pascal, and Desmond Patman if he is elevated from the practice, if he is listed active next year, if we use him next year, he definitely has those targets he can throw to. And we have an elite running back in Jonathan Taylor and an elite defense. So I think Carson Wentz, if we fit him into the Indianapolis Colts system, he will absolutely thrive in our system. I know you guys might hate me for this opinion, but this is what I believe. I've always been a big Carson Wentz fan, and it's not going to change unless he puts up a bad performance next year if he does come to the Colts. But I doubt that's going to happen. Colts definitely do have to give Carson Wentz a chance. It's just a chance. It's unfair that we're going to leave out an opportunity to redeem himself once again. And I think it's absolutely unfair for fans to put the blame or get mad at Carson Wentz for saying he wants to leave Philly. No quarterback wants to be behind a rookie quarterback, wants to be a backup, or especially behind a rookie quarterback like Carson Wentz is doing right now. So it's his life. I think any logical person would say that. I think any logical quarterback that wants to have a shot in the NFL, wants his starting job back, would say that he does not want to be a backup for a team. And it's unlikely that he's going to get his starting position back because Jalen Hurts is the quarterback of the future. So any person in Carson Wentz's position would say that they want to leave Philly. And I think Colts should seriously give this man an opportunity. And I think it's unfair for fans to put all the blame on him, and I think he'd absolutely thrive in our the system we have here in Indy. I know most of you might hate me for this opinion, but this is absolutely what I believe. I think we simply need to give Carson Wentz a chance, and this is going to end the podcast. And if you agree with the take, or if you leave your opinion on the take in the comments down below, also leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It always means a lot to have you here. If you're a new viewer, please subscribe, and if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. It means a lot. Drop a comment down below your takes on the video, and I'll see you in the next podcast. Thank you, Colts Nation.